Welcome to Twin Peaks. My name is Margaret Lanterman. I live in Twin Peaks. I am known as the Log Lady. There is a story behind that. There are many stories in Twin Peaks. Some of them are sad, some funny. Some are stories of madness, of violence. Some are ordinary, yet they all have about them a sense of mystery.
In the fall of 1992, it seemed that Twin Peaks' story would end where it began, with the murder of Laura Palmer. The Lynch-Frost partnership officially dissolved that same year, when their sitcom On the Air was canceled, after just 2 weeks. Mark Frost quickly rebounded with a best-selling novel, The List of Seven, expanding on the theosophical lore he had brought to Twin Peaks. Despite his continuing success as an author, Frost was unable to achieve further success in television. Despite his willingness to continue Twin Peaks, Frost also accepted its unfinished status.
So Twin Peaks has that kind of resonance. It doesn't completely end, but it finishes, or maybe it's the other way around.
At any rate, the script for 1991's final episode was his last contribution to this universe until 2014, when Frost announced his next novel, The Secret Lives of Twin Peaks, a project that would allow him to explore the whole damn town in loving detail. Frost had always conceived Twin Peaks as a sprawling saga, impossible to contain in a single storyline. Given Lynch's criticism of closure and his fondness for never-ending stories, we might expect him to agree with Frost's viewpoint. Surprisingly then, Lynch has often returned to Twin Peaks after the show was canceled, seldom adding new avenues, but frequently consolidating the previous work and reconceiving it as a holistic work of art. A year after the feature film crashed and burned, the Bravo network re-aired the series, commissioning Lynch to write and direct 30 Log Lady introductions, one for each episode.
Our world is a magical smokescreen.
In allegorical language playfully evoking Vedic metaphors, the Log Lady places even the most mundane episode in grander context.
He was black and white.
And her continued presence implies that even with its unplanned developments and unsuccessful detours, Twin Peaks forms a unified whole, with a rock-solid center. The very first prologue clearly states Lynch's conception.
It is a story of many, but it begins with one. And I knew her. The one leading to the many is Laura Palmer. Laura is the one.
In 2002, Lynch presented this video on his website as a hidden Easter egg.
I mean, many people with no names.
10 years later, Between Two Worlds, a 10-minute interview with the Palmer family, emphasizes Laura's spiritual growth at the end of Fire Walk with Me.
Bless your heart, Laura.
And when Showtime revealed that it had commissioned 9 new episodes of Twin Peaks, who do you think introduced the video announcing this return? Even before this announcement, Lynch was expanding the Twin Peaks universe. There are several ways to place the missing pieces, 90 minutes of deleted scenes from Fire Walk with Me, within the Twin Peaks saga. These scenes could be viewed as footnotes, not a proper part of the story, but still adding context or perspective. Or they could fit in between the series and the film, as a gateway between the tone, narrative, and style of the two worlds. After all, many of the missing pieces foster a perspective that joins the community-oriented Twin Peaks to the individually focused Fire Walk with Me. Here is Laura living, moving, and talking, but we're still held at a bit of a distance.
I can't do the Meals on Wheels today. I just can't.
By the other townspeople, rescued from the cutting room floor after 2 decades.
Laura just ran off and left her car and Meals on Wheels. Should I do the run?
What's with that, Laura?
And also by the style of these scenes. Lynch's approach to the recut and remixed scenes distinguishes them from the movie. Favoring master shots and long takes to the film's more animated close-ups and frequent cutting,
I don't want you to wear my stuff.
and utilizing minimal score and subtle ambience,
No, I want to smoke.
the presentation gives us an alternate, more Apollonian view of Laura's Dionysian death trip.
I'm really a mess today, too.
The assembly also emphasizes links between Laura's apocalyptic tragedy
So far away.
and the community's quiet heartache.
I think we're one great, big, giant smash up.
This scene with Ed and Norma is the sweetest and saddest moment they've ever shared. And the sequence in the Hayward living room feels like the never-before-seen heart of Twin Peaks.
Why is it you can't smoke in your home? I'm a doctor and don't allow smoking in my home, and I let you smoke in my home.
Because you love me so much?
We are able to directly witness the intersection of Laura's pain and the town's warmth. A juxtaposition that works as a door opening both ways. We can share the Haywards' desire to comfort Laura,
Hello.
to shield her from whatever mysterious
This is right
force
here.
pulls her from their loving embrace,
Laura, it's for you. It's your father.
and we can also share Laura's sense that she is beyond their help. The missing pieces brings us closer to Laura than the series, but they do not offer us true catharsis, and in that sense, they force us onward, or backwards, toward Firewalk with Me. As does the final image of the presentation. Sizzling garmonbozia, reminding us that the necessary pain and sorrow has not yet been digested. Of course, the final images also point us toward the future.
It struck me as funny,
What felt like a semi-pointless,
You're going right
even
back to
cruel
bed.
tease in the summer of 2014
but I haven't brushed my teeth yet.
becomes an ambiguous promise now that we know we have not seen the last of Cooper. Other elements of the missing pieces also work as gateways into 2016. After the relay race of the second season, in which David Lynch and Mark Frost took turns developing the Twin Peaks mythology, they are finally going to be exploring this spirit world together.
I rock me